Sichimangala chintu chabwino kupezeka ati kali konse kamene kachitika iwo pongala mukazi ungala chotumira amuna wako foni. Kuno atate banga bagwa mchimtengo. No, kuno mwana nzimu ya muluma mavu. Yachita bwanji so kufunika ndrama, kufunika bwanji. The point I'm trying to make is that at least as a woman, be independent. Ufunika tuntu yangu kwani. So sati bana, wafunika wajuba njala pa nyumba. Na neo kata. Na kareza. Ufunika Facebook mbekeze no, manipase 10 kwacha. No, manipase 20 kwacha. Nikagule kareza, nikagule neo kata. Nijubile njala bana. That's why sini wajuba. As a woman, at least be empowered. Ufunika ukwanisa kushitako one or two things. Tiziva, kuli bandu bena ngusi munapeze manchito. But uklema ati no, manchito yavu utakupeza. Kaya nikashita apply, wakamba ati no, ufunika 3 years experience. But wangala 5 years, pameno na shitila graduate, ungala chabepa nyumba. Wanzo shita chani, waisu na shiteko vindu, vakuti uzichitila weka as a freelancer, so that you're gaining experience. So that pasivi yako, ule mbapo, zingati years experience. It doesn't matter, kwa mene wanzo sevenza. O, waendako kuma organizations kwinangu, washitako ma services, on pro bono basis. Pro bono means free. Offering almost free. Maybe wakupasa kwa chabe ndrama ya transport umaenda chan. But your ideology at that particular point in time is for you to get some experience. Maybe along the way you can get lucky to get a job elsewhere, or even if you never got a job elsewhere, but CV yako ya wama ya tikama ija problem yo kamba no kai bafuna 2 years experience bafuna chan nisho waicho sapo kai pa CV your experience ilipo. So sometimes as women muma pezekati muzirekerera mweka, especially bafana banasiriza ma grade 12 banasiriza chan mungangala pa nyumba mungayambo manga masisi mungayambe ma beauty parlor wenangu mungangale ya makanika. You can go and do trades, you can become a tailor, you can become a designer. There's a lot of opportunities. Pama online page, you can be a digital consultant, you can be a digital marketer, you can manage people's Facebook pages. There's a lot of things. You can sell things and so on and so forth. But kuzirekerera kungala powerless, kusangala independent financially, kulengesa manje kuti muzienda na mandu for the sake of money, meaning that you are not even providing genuine love. Also, even when you are being mistreated in a marriage, muona kuti muno marriage muno, it's complicated, it's toxic. Sunga pange viri vonse or kuyenda move viri onse because you are afraid, you are scared. No, ine kai ndibeko shantilira, no bazanirekerera, kai dramas zanivuta, and so on and so forth. So it is important that you as a woman empower yourself. You can be loyal, you can be genuine, you can be submissive, but be able to have some capacity of doing something through skills. Kambiri mu society amene tingalamo timakangiwa kuona bakazi bachita chabe bwino. Mukazi aenzeko chimotoka cha bwino olangala successful ku workplace ni boss vindu vichitika anandrama ndo not kumangala so kuli bamene agona na bevi. Kuli bamene agona na beve angachite bwanji so kuli bamene anachita sangachite bwanji olo mundu ni business person. As long as ni mukazi timangala na problemu tibelieve ati kuli bamene achita very sinister, especially kuenda na mandu. And as if that is not enough, even in workplaces kaitizwa kuti kumanchito kwinangu futi kumangala ma harassment na safety azimai benangu sibali comfortable vaziva kuti a boss akamufuna ayopokana. Why? Because a boss azamukosesera vintu paja pa company visambovuta azambomferukisira dala so that ma promotion yachedwe kumugwira, so that maybe akapwarara ampishe nchito. So as a result bandu benangu baending up kwamboenda na boss wao because she is a woman, and these people are vulnerable. Why? Because maybe they do not know how to deal with such people in such organization. That is why it is my plea to those who are in HR departments. Mufunika mukwanisa kushita advise, kushita guide all the female folks to encourage gender equality. Also to tell them step-by-step procedures of how, or rather on how they can sort out such type of issues. Wakapeza kulima threats yaso, kulima sexual harassment, kulima chani, they should be comfortable and they should find a safe space to report such cases so that they can be protected and then they can proceed excelling in life and in things that they are doing. Manja bakateka aka Bali, Mr. Sotsana, of course, Vanakamba, one of his press briefings, he was saying there is no relationship, or there is not supposed to be any relationship between the employer and the employee, or bossy na muntu wamene ali subordinate wao. Why is that? Is because Muntu angakuvomere, mukazi angakuvomere. Why? Angakuvomere because ndiwe boss wake. Because ayopa, it may not be genuine. In rare circumstances, it can be genuine. Maybe ni true love and what not. But vambiri, vimapezeka ati vishtika so because mukazi alina mante asitiba pasa ma opportunities yamene yabapasa zone yamene wangangare comfortable kushita vindu vambiri. Also, it is very, very important as men also to give an opportunities to our women, to empower them. Olo kutuna mkwatira sana endepo ku skulu, musakireko trade, musakireko vochita. Kani mukafa emwe, vana wanu azavutika, asasowa pogwira. Akazi wanu manjolo muwasire vindrama, as long as wenzeri pe experience na exposure, moshitira yaja manage ma resources yaja. Ndiye ijapesa after 1 year, 2 years, drama zonse vanashita deplete. Why? Because wenzeri pe experience, wenzeri pe na exposure. Imo se munagatandize, se munagashite guide. You didn't want to work with them as partners. You didn't want to work with them as team players so that they can contribute and help to grow your legacy in your presence or in your absence. Kai kuli style uja kuti mpeza ti mundu akambokamba no, I want to work, I want to do this, I want to amankhala manje judged abasafu no sunga chikwati, abasafu no chitabwanji. Of course these days things are changing, but we should push more for that because that is the way to go. But I'm not saying women are supposed to be independent and become very pompous. You know, any house can never have two heads. So ungangale mmotoka, wangala mmotoka kuli ma drivers yabiri, uyafuna enda huko, uyafuna enda huko. Ni disaster. Kufunika wina ngwatandiza, achosa uka volume paja mmotoka yenda, nishakutandiza. Yalira phone, atenga phone yako ayanga, no, he's driving, he'll call you back, nishakutandiza. That is how a home is run. It is supposed to be teamwork. Most men die of depression, most men die of pressure because every little thing it's on them. They have to sort it out themselves. But we have seen, history has taught us, there are women like Esther Piri who comes from a poor, humble background and became a professional boxer. She made it. She became a professional boxer and she's supposed to be an inspiration to the young women there. We have people like Mizinga Meru who has headed different banks, Standard Chartered Bank, ABSA. She has done things with different banks internationally and so on and so forth, and she has achieved a lot. Now, these are people that we should be able to aspire to be as women. Of course, tifunika tishta encourage vana, wafunika waona kuti, oh, kansi mkazi life angangale successful, kansi mkazi angashite contribute. The list is endless. There is a list of women who have done it. Even in entertainment industry, people like Mampi, she came on board at the time when the industry was dominated by males. Alice Chuma also came on board and legitimized or made or professionalized the entertainment industry, especially for females, when a lot of females were being stigmatized mu industry. So we need to be able to promote such type of women and also showcase their activities and what they have done so that the young girl out there can know that there is hope, can know that, oh, even the women that we have in our society can contribute to the growth of our homes, our communities, as well as the nation at large, because it's very, very important. Looking at the fact that you're also a woman, I think you have 1 or 2 things to say about it, women and how we should give them opportunities in order to develop in terms of their professional careers and so on and so forth.
Can I just start with saying you are so passionate?
Oh yeah?
The entire time you were talking, I kept looking and I'm just like, wow,
oh, yeah?
You are extremely passionate about this subject. It's very nice to watch.
Yeah.
And today being International Women's Day, I think that can't be overemphasized. Women need to be given more opportunities. It's so nice to see how Zambia, for example, has opened so many doors for women to participate. I mean, our vice president is female. The past government, the vice president was female. It's so nice to see across the corporate world, there's so many MDs that are female. For example, FNB is being headed by a female.
Exactly.
ABSA has a female.
Yes.
You look at Citibank, it's a female.
Yes.
Zanaco has a female. And
exactly.
it's amazing. And it's so lovely to talk about this on Women's Day, to see how women are just coming out there. And so it's very important for young people to begin to look out for who should be your ideal role model. And I think that many young women right now are having a bit of challenges in that area. And so this is a time for you to just look around and see, who do I want to follow? What do I want to become? Who do I aspire to be like? Because currently we have a crop of young people that are almost losing their way because of trends, because of what another person has. And so it's very important that as a young woman, find yourself a mentor. Have that person that you talk to consistently about your dreams, about your goals, and everything that you want to accomplish. And you're going to find it very easy for you to get there. In as much as we want to celebrate women, we must also celebrate the men that are also making it easier for women to be able to participate. Do you believe in 50-50?
No. We can't believe that, because even biblically speaking, it can never be 50-50. Like I said, I gave you a practical example. If you are driving a car, you can't have two driving steerings. You can't have two drivers. It will always be disaster. So we must understand that when you are dating or when you are married, it's like a team. You are supposed to work as a team. So now, in each team, that there's always responsibilities and roles, right? Some other people in a football pitch are goalkeepers, some other people are defenders, some other people are strikers. But we have seen moments where a defender has scored. Even a goalkeeper himself can score sometimes. What does that mean? You are working hand in hand. Here and there. That is when you decide to come in and help. So you must always position yourself as a woman to be able to help the man. Even on my girlfriend, what are you bringing on the table as a girlfriend?
No, that's the famous saying. The famous saying on social media is, what do you bring to the table? I am the table.
You see what I mean? A woman who say, especially my father, I am the table, which is not supposed to be there. Because now you are now crucifying yourself as an object. You know what I mean?
I think that the what do you bring to the table question, I think that it's quite broad. And most of the times when people hear the what do you bring to the table question, everybody's thinking about what am I bringing in terms of finances. I think it has a lot to do with what are you bringing in terms of value. Am I offering encouragement? Am I offering support? Am I prayerful? Can I manage a home? Am I holding the family together? You know, am I providing a sense of togetherness when my partner comes home after a very long day? Is there nagging? How is the reception? Have I been welcomed right? And all of those things. Those are some of the things that I think a person in the female context would say they bring to the table. Because when it comes to matters of provision, as a woman, there must be an environment that you must create. And that is where your value comes in.
And speaking about that, some people, or rather some women or ladies, are stuck in these relationships or affairs or in marriages because they are afraid. Once the things end, they will have no financial support. So it will help you as a woman to find something to do so that ulikuwa na kangono kako kamene unkalako nako. At least your mind will be sane. You will be able to make reasonable decisions. Your decisions won't really be influenced by the fact that you are afraid mzagona njala, kwanu zaenda kulima parents bako, uzambo sungiwa, and so on and so forth.
One of the worst things that could ever happen to a woman is be in a position where she is forced to be because she does not have the capacity to get out, to take care of herself, or to just make anything better. When you are able to create income for yourself, it gives you a voice. It gives you power. It gives you the ability to decide what is best for you, for your future, and also maybe for those around you.
But speaking about that, we must always remember that even though it has given you a voice and the power and ability to decide or voice out, you must remember to be submissive so that there's no friction in your affair. You know, kumangala mascenario ya kuti iyo ngasunge mkazi 20 years. Udiesera bana uchita bwanji. Deo zangara incapacitated for 6 months or 1 year. Mkaza kudiesa ngoni molo for 3 months. The whole world will know. Mkayambana, after all I feed you. After all I do this, I chan. So iyo manjin recipe for disaster. That has traumatized men in the background such that everyone is scared. Everyone is aware that this could happen. That's why most of them are not very much comfortable.
It comes down to the values. What are your values as a person? What is the foundation like? Is this something that was tackled in the beginning? This is in a couple scenario. But then even as an individual, what is your personal conviction about money? Do you look at money as a tool to make you superior, or do you look at it as a tool to make ends meet, to make life easier? So it has a lot to do with how you view finances.
These conversations are very, very necessary. That is why 1xBet supports such type of conversations, because women matter in our societies, women matter in our communities. Also, women play a very, very huge role in as far as making or creating peace in a home. And it is very, very important that they are considered from the get-go when it comes to finances, when it comes to opportunities, and so on and so forth. Now, we have a question from the 1xBet community, and that question is pinned on the first comment in the comment sections. Now, guess what? Whoever is going to get the answer correct stands a chance to win a 1,000 kwacha courtesy of 1xBet. So we are going to do a raffle to select from those who get correct answers to give them a 1,000 kwacha, and I'll announce the winners in, or rather on, my social media platforms. It's DJ Mzengaman Fumuyama Cypher, doctor of modern day therapy. You can call me the other guy.